I am currently in my pretending to be an Austin, Texas local era, thanks to little Hurricane Beryl for taking out the power in my house for a week. We did get it back last night. However, my sister and I have been in Austin staying at my aunt's with the cats to get out of the heat, soak in the AC, all of that good stuff. And we've been doing a couple of Austin things here and there, and I really want to check out. There's Waterloo Records, which is an indie record shop. So obviously I have to go there. And then across the street is the largest indie bookstore in Texas called Book People. I just found that out like an hour ago. So we're gonna go to both of those. It's like 9:30 in the morning because I have no clue what parking is gonna be like there, and we have a lot of cleaning up to get done today. One of my favorite parts about being in Austin right now is actually having nature to look at on my drive. It's so flat in Houston. I'm really enjoying this. But I first went to Book People because they opened earlier, and oh my God, this is truly the biggest indie store I've ever been in, possibly the biggest bookstore I have ever been in. They had a little coffee station, little cafe. I found the fiction section. That's where I wanted to be. I looked around over there, saw so many good books. I loved how they wrote all of the like employee recommendations, how personalized it was. I was like, yes, arts and crafts, I'm obsessed. I do actually want to read these books. So I did a lot of browsing around, but most of my time was definitely spent in the romance and classics section. That's really my vibe, where I like to be, but all the displays were absolutely gorgeous. And look at these covers of the classics. I feel like I don't see more than just like 2 or 3 variants for classic books. So I was having the best time checking all of these out. I did get that Pride and Prejudice book. The cover of this was absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, do I want to read classic fairy tales? I don't know. The horror section was really cool. If you have any good horror book recommendations for like a beginner, I guess, in that genre, let a girl know. But I've really been on a mystery kick. So I found Agatha Christie's books, and I got a different copy of And Then There Were None. I had to get the little stool to check all the books up top. I felt so cool. I was like, oh my God, I've never like used one of these at a bookstore. But these were 2 books I got. And then I checked out the romance section. That's where I went next. I have not really been in a romance mood recently, but I loved the display of what they had going on and what they were showing. And then the historical fiction, that's where I spent a lot of time because they had so many beautiful books. And I was like, yeah, I want to become a historical fiction girly again. I haven't really read historical fiction in a while. Oh, that's my name. I saw my name spelled the same way, and I was like, yeah, I need to document this. Then there was another story. Yeah, it's 2 stories. I hadn't even gone up there yet. The kids section looked really cool. I just popped my head in, but I loved all of the decor. Then I went over to the travel section and the mythology section. A lot of cool and fun stuff. I'm kind of running out of things to say, to be completely honest with you. Oh, then I checked out the travel stuff and was like, oh my God, what would it be like to travel? I wouldn't know. And then I was like, I should probably head out, or else I'm gonna spend a lot more money in here. My bagoo is my tripod, so hopefully she doesn't fall on me. I just left Book People and I ended up with 2 books. I wasn't expecting to buy anything, but there are just so many good books in there, and I've been on more of a classic and mystery kind of kick, I guess. So I got this copy of Pride and Prejudice. I love the 2005 movie. I was actually just talking with the cashier about the movies and how everyone has like a strong opinion on them, but I've only ever seen the 2005, but I love it. Obviously I need to watch the others, but this was $9 and I feel like it's a really good size. So often I feel like the classic books are either like very tiny and like really big or hardback, and I don't really vibe with that all the time. So very excited to read this. I don't know when I will, but I feel like this is a good book to just kind of carry around with me and be like, oh yeah, I'm reading Pride and Prejudice. I don't know about you, but I'm reading a classic. And then the other book I picked up was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I'm actually on my birthday seeing a play of this story right here, and so I'm so excited. I've also really been on a mystery thriller kind of kick. I've been listening to audiobooks and I reread the Truly Devious trilogy, so this felt right. I've never read an Agatha Christie book, though I do have some of her audiobooks on Libby right now, but there's so many characters it's kind of hard to pay attention, but that'll be for me to deal with in a little bit. Anyways, I'm now gonna go across the street to Waterloo Records, and I'm limiting myself to 2 CDs. I'm saying that here and now, 2 CDs. Okay, I decided I'm gonna walk over because it's literally across the street, and that seems so much easier than trying to get across without a stoplight. Voiceover Kristen returns. I did my little dilly-dally walk over to Waterloo Records across the street. It's gorgeous out. The weather's so nice, the sun is out, and I wore sunscreen. I forgot to put some on a couple days ago. Anyways, when I walked in, naturally I found the Taylor Swift section first. I didn't even mean to, but you know what? I just knew where she was. And then I went and checked out some of their used CDs. I didn't spend too much time over here because the store is really big and I was kind of overwhelmed. I did see Brat. It is a Brat summer, but I checked out all my favorite artists on my list. I have a little list in my phone of all the artists and CDs that I'm trying to get. And I was able to cross off so many on my list this day. Remember when I said 2? Liar, liar. And then I went over to the other room. They had a bunch of cassettes. I didn't really spend a lot of time here, but I went over to the vinyls, records. I don't have a vinyl record player, whatever, but I had to go check it out. And I did get this one for my friend, but yeah, I had to force myself to leave or else I knew I would have spent so much more money. It's bad. So as you quickly learned, I am a liar. I'm a liar. I said 2, but guys, the selection that they had at Waterloo Records is the craziest selection I've seen in my entire life. Like, I have my favorite record store back in Houston, and some of these artists they just never have, and so I lost my mind and went a little crazy. So I'm gonna give you guys the haul now because I got 4 CDs and 2 vinyls, but one of the vinyls is not for me, so I got 5 things. The first CD I have is Heard It in a Past Life by Maggie Rogers. I am obsessed with her music. This is the first album that I was introduced to her music, and I absolutely love her. Every time I find her stuff, they always have Don't Forget Me, which is a gorgeous album, arguably my favorite of hers, but I just had to, whoa. I've been on the hunt for this one specifically, and I'm so glad I got it. Then I have The Loneliest Time by Carly Rae Jepsen. This is my favorite album of hers, and I never really find her music anywhere, so I was very happy to find this, and look at how gorgeous that is. The lace right here and these pictures. This entire photo shoot, this entire album, I'm gagged. This one is the one of all, well, I'm really excited about all of these, but I think this one is the one I was truly jaw on the floor about. Further Joy by The Regrets. They are no longer a band. They had their last performance ever in December, and I never thought I would find their CD, but they had exactly 1 left, at least out on the floor, so I got it. I'm absolutely ecstatic about it. Look at that. Gorgeous. And I absolutely love this album. I listened to it on repeat when it came out, so I always think of college when I think of this album, so I'm very happy about that. And then this one, always get Taylor's version. Always, if there's a Taylor's version available, get it. I firmly stand by that. However, they had Speak Now World Tour Live CD and DVD, which obviously doesn't exist in Taylor's version, and I could not leave it. I used to watch Fearless Tour, the Fearless Tour movie. Oh, I used to know the exact name of it, but I used to watch it on repeat as a kid, so when I saw this, I had to. I mean, it has her Back to December, Apologize, You're Not Sorry mashup. It has Drops of Jupiter. It's so many, and it has the CD with 16 songs, and then the DVD with the entire performances, and it also has home movies and rehearsals of the Speak Now World Tour. So I had to get it. This was the best $20 I've ever spent. It's just, I've never seen anything more beautiful or magical, and I always support Taylor's version. That's why I don't own Debut or Reputation yet, because I want those to be Taylor's version, but for live performances, I think I get a pass. CD. I'm getting the reflection of this guy. And then here is the DVD. Are you kidding me? Oh, gorgeous. And then I got 2 vinyls. I went snooping around, and for starters, found Emails I Can't Send by Sabrina Carpenter. Today is the 2-year anniversary of this album, which is super exciting. I got this for my friend. I texted her and was like, do you have this on vinyl? She was like, no. And I was like, do you want it? It's like $26. So I picked it up. I'm not gonna be opening up these because I'm not used to opening them up. And also this one's for a friend, so she gets the honor of opening it up completely, but I got this for her. And then I don't own a record player, but I picked up Nosebleeds by Mr. Wives because I've never seen it out in the wild. I've never seen Mr. Wives even mentioned having their own section in a record shop. So when they had Nosebleeds for $5 off, I had to get it. I had to. And Caitlin was like, you can use it as display and everything. So I'll probably open this up when I'm home. And yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Nosebleeds. So these were just meant to be. I had to. But oh my God, thank God I don't live here, or else I would give my money to Waterloo Records every single day. I had to put some back. I was like, I can't get all of these. So, but the ones I put back, I've seen in record shops in Houston, so I wasn't too like, I have to get it. Like all of these, I have not seen any of them back home. So that was a fun little Austin morning. It's not even 11:30, but I've got to head back to the cats and do laundry and stuff. But thanks for watching, pretending to be an Austin local. I had a great time, and oh my God, so many good finds.